Drawbridge bed or a hydraulic bed? Which one is right for you? Today we are talking about the MOOV model, and we're going to talk about the pros and cons of each bed that we offer, as well as the dimensions to help you decide. Let's get into it. First up is the hydraulic bed. Now, the hallmark of the hydraulic bed is going to be ease of use. It will feature two fold leaves, one on the front of the bed and one on the back of the bed, that allows you to open up more living room space in the front cabin or have extra gear like tall skis or something standing up in the back. This bed is perfect for those wanting lower maintenance bed concerning their bedding as well as their mattress, but still want the versatility having a height adjustable platform for hauling bikes one trip and maybe a dog kennel or whatever else the second trip. This ease of use comes with a trade-off. Since the platform as well as the mattress are fixed, you cannot walk front to back in your van. However, it's important to note if you ever have a rare occasion where you might be hauling a big piece of plywood or something and need that ability, the platform is removable via 4 bolts in the hydraulic post. However, this is a cumbersome process and you should only count on doing it every once in a while. It definitely takes some fancy maneuvering to get the platform out. Another important note for this long chassis hydraulic bed is that this front leaf is often used as a height adjustable standing desk. Since the long chassis is meant to sleep side to side, this front platform is often left open by many or removed completely to open up this space permanently. An important note while we're talking about the hydraulic bed, for those wanting to do a 3-wide kitchen galley like is in this van, you can see as this bed lowers, it could hit that kitchen module. So for those wanting to do that 3-wide galley, we will put a stop collet on the 4 posts of your hydraulic system, and that will make the minimum height of your bed a little bit taller around what you're seeing here. Now let's talk about the drawbridge bed. Now the drawbridge bed is going to have 2 halves that will fold up independently. So it is great for those that are needing a quick adaptability. It is the inverse of the hydraulic bed in that you are able to quickly fold them up and walk front to back, but it is not height adjustable. There are 2 height settings, one of which you will pick from, the low or the mid setting. You are not able to adjust the height of the bed yourself. One pro of the draw bed system is that you can fold up one half while keeping the other half down. This way you can accommodate something like a dirt bike but still sleep in the van. Each bed will cross over with some of the same features, one of which is the underbed lighting that you see here. Each bed will have 4 underbed LED lights that will be dimmable as well as controlled independently from the rest of the van. Another feature that both beds possess is the underbed T-track system. Now obviously this T-track is all throughout our van as you can see, but the underside of your bed is no exception. And what this means is you can have underbed storage for both beds. Things like cargo nets, mounting your tires, or even like 3D printed hooks like J-hooks to hold helmets is possible for both. We're getting ready to talk dimensions, but before we do, I wanted to go ahead and give an asterisk, okay? It's important to remember that we are in a van. Now, I'm going to be giving you length and width, which gives you the perception of like a rectangle or a cube. The walls of the van are curved. The flares themselves are not perfect cubes either. They're curved as well. And that lastly, our platform size is different from the mattress size, okay? So I'm gonna be going ahead and giving you the platform size, but it's important to remember that with the mattresses and your bedding, you will be sleeping window to window, side to side, okay? And that brings us to our second point, the long chassis. We encourage side to side sleeping exclusively. And when you go to an extended length chassis, you can sleep front to back. So with that said, let's get started. First dimension I want to talk about today is going to be the drawbridge bed on a long chassis. Thank you, Chad, for letting me borrow your tape measure. As you guys can imagine, we have a big problem with people being like, and I would never do this, but let me borrow that real quick, and then it never finds its way back to a toolbox. So thanks, Chad. Anyway, okay, so the length on this bed, which is our drawbridge, is approximately 62 inches, okay? Now, I'm going to give you the width with the flare insert here, which is going to be approximately 39 inches, okay? So we're just under, like, do you want like a real specific, it's right at 38 3/4. And again, that is your platform width, not to be confused with the, extra open space we have here between the wall of the flare as well as the platform. So like your mattress and bedding would obviously go true end to end, if you will. So to get the full width of your platform, obviously you just double that width, which would give you right at approximately 78 inches. For inquisitive personalities, just if you're curious, you are right at 25.5 for the single fold leaf platform on the drawbridge bed. So the last dimension I want to give you is the clearance from the floor to the bottom of your bed, okay? So this is important to note that this is a low set drawbridge bed. So it is going to be right at 30 3/4 clearance from your floor to the underside of the bed. Now that is important to note that we're not talking about the back or the front bar here, but simply the middle, okay? So if you're going to have something, this T-track is about 1.5 inches wide here. So if you're going to have something at the front or the back, just make sure you add, subtract that clearance from your 30 3/4, as well as your fork mount space if you're doing bikes, as well as your gear slide thickness if you're doing that, okay? So just add all of those up and subtract those from your total clearance to give you a most accurate number. So let's go to a mid-set drawbridge bed next. So I'm going to go ahead and measure the height from the floor to the underside for clearance, which is right at 35.5 inches, okay? So the difference that you get right here with your mid-height set is these hubbies right back in here. So you do get the added storage, and I would say that this mid-height works best for anyone that is hauling bikes with them. So now let's talk through dimensions on a long chassis hydraulic bed. Man, hydraulic is way easier to say than drawbridge bed. I've messed that up about 1,000,000 times. Okay, so the length of our bed, let's go back leaf to front leaf, is right at 65.5 inches, approximately. Now, the width is going to be probably the same, I would imagine, right at 73.5 inches, okay? So our platform width is 73. Our length from front to back was right at 65.5. Now, the front length of this platform, front fold leaf platform, is right at 9 3/4. And the width of this is right at 67 inches, okay? Let's jump to the back and measure the back. All right, now that we're at the back, let's go and measure this. So the width of this is right at 13 1/4 inches approximately. And the width, oh, this is gonna be hard to do while holding this. The width is right at 49.5 inches wide. I think I said width twice. A hydraulic bed on an extended length chassis versus a long chassis that we just measured. Now, the first thing I want to go do is measure the front to back length of your bed, okay? So right off the get-go, front to back, we are right at 7 feet exactly. So it's right at approximately, the platform size is 7 feet long front to back. Now, the other difference I want to show you is the front fold leaf. Now, all of that space that's added to the bed is on this front part. So we had a fold leaf before on the front that was around 12 inches wide. This one now is going to come in right at 28.5 inches long. Okay, so this fold leaf you can see is a lot bigger than the one on the long chassis. Now, this gives you all this access to your underneath space. And it's important to mention that a lot of the mattresses are still the same for the hydraulic bed. The only difference is instead of having a smaller cube on this front half, you have more like a whole single mattress that's going to be 28 inches wide right here. While I'm back here, let's go ahead and give you some measurements on the minimum height of a hydraulic and the maximum height of the hydraulic. So the minimum height of your hydraulic is going to be from the floor to the bottom of this cabinet, which is right at 30.5 inches approximately. Now, the maximum height would just be the height I would give you until the mattress hits the top, which is going to be right around 49 inches, but we'll get it up there. Fast forward. Let's go ahead and get you an approximation here. We'll go against this edge here to kind of keep it straight as possible. So yeah, we are right at like 49.5 inches from the floor to the bottom underside of this bed, okay? While we're back here, I also want to go ahead and give you the heights for your split gear slide as well as your fork mount. That way you can subtract those heights from your total clearance heights that I just gave you to give you a final, okay? So the height of your split gear slide with this black insert here is going to be right at 4 inches, okay? So 4 inches for your split gear slide. Now you can take this black panel off and you have these bars exposed underneath, which you can still mount fork mounts and different things to, okay? So the height of that is right at 1.5 inches, or 1 5/8 inches would be my best approximation. Okay, so you have 1 5/8 inches, 4 inches. Now you're also gonna go ahead and add 2 inches for your fork mount, okay? So if I were gonna use a hydraulic bed with a split gear slide with the black insert and a fork mount, that would be 6 inches, okay, of height that I add. So my minimum height was 32 5/8. I would subtract 6 inches from that to get my minimum clearance. And then I would do the same thing with the 49.5 or 49 3/4, whatever I gave you. Subtract 6 from that, and that would give you the dimensions from here to there. Okay? Clear as mud? Hope so. Talk to your guru if you have more questions. Now, as I mentioned before, the dimensions of your mattress are going to be different than that of your platform. And just as an example, the width of your mattress here from side to side is 79.5 inches. The width there, let me go ahead and give you the length front to back. This is our mattresses for a long chassis. Okay, so this mattress isn't sitting totally flat, but you come in right at 66 inches. This is the mattress setup for a drawbridge bed. Now, as you can see, both sides are going to have an assortment of cubes. In total, you have 4 cubes on either side for a total of 8 cubes to build your mattress. And this allows each platform to fold separately and independently from the other side. So your drawbridge mattresses, the width of them from wall to wall comes in right at 76.5 inches. Now the length of the mattresses front to back, approximately you're going to come in right at 65.5 inches. Talk to your guru if you have more questions.